Bruchim Habaim. Welcome, friends. Again, I'm in the middle of a study, and I've been studying the writings from the RE, the Gate of Reincarnations, past lives, our ultimate destiny. And so I was reading a section here in the 15th introduction, and I'm just going to read what I was reading here. And it brought me to many thoughts, and I'll explain in a minute. So I'll just read here this section. It says, with this, you will clearly understand the secret of the exile of the Shekinah. From the day that the holy temple was destroyed, this is his work, until his work is complete, to collect all the souls that fell among the klipot of a faithless man, Adam Bli Ya'al. It's also mentioned in Proverbs 6:12, and became intermingled with him from head to toe, until he finishes collecting even that those that fell to the feet. The Mashiach will not be revealed, and Israel will not be redeemed, as explained in the Zohar, Pekudei 740, which says, when the feet reach the feet, about that time it is written, and his feet shall stand on that day upon the Mount of Olives, Zechariah 14:4. And so as I was reading this, I couldn't help but continue to dwell on a faithless man, Adam Bli Ya'al. And what popped into my mind was 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. And so I'll just read what Thessalonians explains here. It says, and I got the good old King James out here. Yes, don't judge me. I use all different types of interpretations from the New Testament. They're all kind of flawed. So, yeah. Anyways, now, brethren, concerning the coming of our Lord Yeshua HaMashiach and our gathering together to him, we ask you not to be soon shaken in mind or troubled, either by spirit or by word or by letter, as if from us, as though the day of Mashiach has come. Let no one deceive you by any means, for that day will not come unless the falling away comes first, and the man of sin is revealed, who opposes and exalts himself above all who is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he sits as God in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. So many that read this take this very literal about, and they connect it with the anti-Mashiach. In Judaism, he would be known as Armulus, but many take this as an actual individual, an antichrist that's going to rise. Maybe so, but I have a deeper explanation. So going back to the gate of reincarnations for a minute, I want to explain that the faithless man here, Adam Bli Ya'al, is actually more talking about the impurity, the Sitra Achra, the other side, not so much a faithless man. But what's interesting is Adam Bli Ya'al is also understood as lawless. Actually, Bli Ya'al can be understood as Bli Ol, which really means without the yoke, without the Torah. And there's many connections in the Talmud that explain just that, and even connect it with idolatry. Now, what's interesting, again, I'm going to read through this. It says the secret of the exile is the Shekinah. Shekinah is connected with the Nukva. And from the day that the holy temple was destroyed, it says, this is his work, until his work is complete, to collect all souls that fell among the klipot of a faithless man, Adam Bli Ya'al, meaning that there was a great falling away. And again, this is what it sounds like to me as we read back into Thessalonians, 2 Thessalonians. For that day will not come unless the falling away comes first, and that man, Bli Ya'al, Adam Bli Ya'al, became intermingled in him from head to toe. head to toe, until he finishes collecting even those that fell to his feet, meaning until he's revealed. Mashiach will not be revealed. Let's go back to Thessalonians. Until the son of the man of sin, Belial, is revealed, who opposes and exalts himself above God. Now, what's interesting is that even Achashverosh, from the book of Esther, Megillah Esther, he attempted to sit on the throne of God. What's interesting about Achashverosh is his name can mean Ach Shaverosh, which means brother of the head of the klipot, keter, of the backside, the other side. And what's interesting is each sphira has an inner seat. This is the klipot that occupies a place of holiness without any authorization, attempting to draw the light themselves. Each sphira has an inner seat where divine energy flows, and Bli Ya'al sits improperly. This is the same thing as Achashverosh did. And this may not be talking about an actual man, but the actual impure forces that latch on to holiness. Now, another interesting thing is I did the numerical value of Bli Ya'al equals 142. The same numerical value as Bilam, 142. And it just happens to be in Avodah Zorah 4b that it talks about Bli Ya'al and Bilam and associates it with Avodah Zorah, idolatry. Not only that, it's interesting. I looked at the Atbash of Bli Ya'al. If you take the bet and substitute it with the Shin, the Yud with the Mem, the Lamed with the Kaf, Ein with the Zain, and another Lamed with the Kaf, you come to the numerical value of 387. Now, what's more interesting is the name Yeshua equals 386. In Kalel, one for the word itself equals 387. The lawless one, Yeshua. When we throw away the Torah, he is Bli Ya'al, without the yoke. What's more interesting is Bilam is very much talked about as the prophet of the nations. And in the Gemara, Gittim 57a, it talks about how he's punished. And right below it, we also find one who's mentioned boiling in feces. And some say this is Yeshua. But what's interesting is, what Yeshua are we looking at? Are we looking at the Torah observant Yeshua, or the one that's portrayed by the impurity, the lawlessness? And so these are just some connections I made. I found myself fascinated by what I was uncovering. And so this man of sin may not actually be a man at all. And maybe it is so. Don't attack me if you disagree. I'm just showing another perspective that it could be an impure spirit. It says back in the gate reincarnations that Mashiach will not be revealed and Israel will not be redeemed until those sparks, actually the sages say, until all the souls have left the goof. And so with his feet, meaning Malchut, reached the feet, this is how Mashiach is going to crush the Sitra Achra. His feet will stand on that day on the Mount of Olives. And so I just found it interesting that this, what I was reading here, seemed almost the same language that Paul is talking about in Thessalonians. And so this is just another perspective. And let me know what you think in the comments. You can agree, disagree, fine by me. Shalom.